Welcome back to the channel. We've got a little bit of a shorter episode today as it has been a busy week at work, but I still managed a rust repair between the wheel wells that I had been wanting to do for quite some time. So let's get right into it. It feels like every day I get closer and closer to installing that cargo floor, and this is one of those steps that I had to get done before I got the cargo floor installed. Now I haven't seen many people do this repair online, so I'll walk you through how I got it done. I do still have to repair the passenger side wheel tub like I previously did on the other side, but that shouldn't affect the installation of this part, which I got from Alan Schofield, as every part I've ordered from them has been a great fit and they fabricate some parts that no other vendors have in stock. And now that I had that piece between the wheel wells removed, I had access to this entire frame area that would be really hard to reach from any other side. So I got the greaser, couple wire brushes and some Brillo pads and started scrubbing all the years of grime and dirt and buildup on that part of the frame, which I then followed up with some OSPO to neutralize any of the rust that had formed. Doing this is going to make it a lot easier to paint once everything is in place, as I'll be able to tilt the bus on the side on the rotisserie, access the bottom, and all of this will be clean from the top side, because even though the rotisserie does make it very easy to work on the bottom of the bus, there's some areas where it's really difficult to reach regardless, and this is one of those areas, so I took advantage. Now, due to how rusty this entire corner of the cargo floor area was, I did have to cut out a bit extra of the wheel well section, which using the cardboard technique, it was easy to replicate and it fit perfectly. I do recommend using the cardboard technique. I don't think I use it often enough, and I'll probably be using it more from now on. If you haven't yet, make sure to like the video and leave a comment. You don't gotta be shy. You can leave a comment. It helps the video perform better in the algorithm, and I read every single comment. I respond to them, and sometimes comments give me ideas on the next video I can make, and I can help you out in your restoration. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, as there are new episodes every Sunday and Wednesday. With that repair out of the way, I could move on to testing out the fit of the middle piece. Once I found out how I wanted to go in, I went ahead and prepped it. I had 1 million spot weld holes to drill, which in hindsight might have been a bit overkill. I don't think I needed this many spot welds. I put them 1 inch apart. Now I am going to be spot welding this piece from the top instead of from the bottom, which it's originally bent from factory so that you could weld it on from the bottom, but it just seemed like it'd be too difficult to get in there. You can see me using the hammer to kind of smooth out the bend, and then of course I went ahead and deburred it with my flappy disc. But now it was time for the main attraction, the panel bond. I do have an episode about how to prep for the panel bond, and I did prep both surfaces before using the panel bond. I repeat, do your prep work before using panel bond, if not it's useless. Now I've had many haters in the past complain about me using panel bond, but once again, this is my project. You don't have to use panel bond if you don't want to. In this situation, I didn't want to have to weld it from inside of the wheel wells, and I think it's going to hold up just fine. I don't think it'll make a difference in a car accident like some people might have said in the past. But anyways, I clamped everything in place and got to tack welding. My million and millions of tack welds. I apologize for the camera shaking in these shots. It's that as I was tack welding, I was going along and hammering in the metal so that it fit flush and it kind of sat flush. Especially once the metal's hot from welding, it's really easy to form how you want it so everything comes out nice and smooth. Once fully installed, I can finally see how my cargo floor section is going to fit in place. Now I've taken this cargo floor in and out many times, and it hasn't become fun yet. I am quite satisfied with how the floor lines up with the replacement panel, and I did go ahead and bend up this back lip, as from factory I believe it welds onto the bottom, but as you can see there are a few little gaps here and there, especially this one that I'm gonna have to kind of create a little piece to close that gap, as I want everything welded shut. And then of course this section in the front wheel well, I need to weld in that piece of metal before I put the cargo floor on. You will see that in a later episode, so make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Also, don't forget to leave a comment and check it out. Look how clean my garage is. But anyways, I saw in a comment someone says they used lacquer thinners to remove this paint off of the panel, so I kind of went ahead and gave that a shot, and no matter how much I rubbed, it would not remove. So it looks like I'm gonna have to use what's left of my aircraft stripper to get all of this paint off. And don't forget to check that episode out, as it's the one that came out before this one. I love you all. Thanks for watching, and we're all out of time, so I'll see you in the next one.